What's going on, gamers? We are here, episode 19, long awaited. What is up? I hope you all enjoyed that pre show. It
And
was
that
fire.
mistake.
Oh my god. We're highlighting the mistake. It got clipped. It's gonna happen.
No fucking way you did that.
No,
I did. I saw you say. I saw you put clipped in the chat. I was like, no way you did that, bro.
no,
You just told me.
I'm not gonna actually post anywhere.
Yeah,
Fuck
that
that
shit
shit.
sucks, bro. It
It
happens,
happens.
guys. It happens. Okay. I
It,
was showing one of my buddies some like tricks about DJing a couple weeks ago, and he asked me, he says like, what's like the one thing that every DJ has to like learn or understand? And I was like, every DJ has to understand that you're gonna make mistakes. Like you cannot avoid it. It's not one of those things you can just like somehow just be perfect your whole career. Everyone makes mistakes, and he got so nervous. He's like, man, I don't want to mess up, bro. Just get ready, dog. It's gotta happen, man. Builds character. Builds character, brother.
it's that
True.
perfection gene.
Yeah.
It's a curse at the end of the day.
Hmm.
Everybody needs to get off it.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Anyway, um, you know the boys, you know the crew, Juice Wayne, Kyle. I keep,
What up?
this fucking webcam. All right, can't. I'm never gonna get used to the mirrored webcam. Uh, Today we have Mr. Rollin with us
You.
talking about his GTA RP experience. Um, Talking
Hell
about
yeah.
where he came from, how it's been, what we're doing currently. For those of you that don't know, we are on the same server right now, having a grand old time. If anybody's been wondering why anybody's been MIA from other social groups for the past like month and a half.
Yeah, it's been deep.
Yeah.
That's one way to put it.
Honestly, I didn't think you would get into it as much as you have. 'Cause, I mean, I knew that you would like it. It was just like the level that you've gone to like
Who, me
extend your
or
character's
Renan?
lore. Well, I already know
Oh.
Randon. I role play with him for years, but you you in particular, like becoming like the detective kind of guy you are, like you kind of been doing is interesting. But we could talk about that more later.
Anyways, yeah. First, I'm sure the everybody would love to know, Roland, what you've been playing. What have you played? What games are you into? And what brought you to enjoy RP?
All right. Hey, from now on, right? Stop hitting me with loaded questions, all right? Because I smoke. All right.
There's a
Only
list,
one
okay?
or two. All right. But listen, the games I do play. All right. I started off playing shooters, first-person shooters, and then played some World of Warcraft. Then elevated back into some first-person shooters. Um, Mainly recently Overwatch, Fortnite. Got back into Rainbow Six recently. That used to be a huge one for me. Um,
Mhm.
Playing GTA RP, as y'all know, a lot. That used to be a huge one, but I took like 2 years of a break. Now we're back. It's deep, bro. It's it's too much sometimes, but you take your breaks and you keep moving.
Pretty
And
true.
100%.
then let's see.
Oh,
What
you,
was
you
the
you
next
can't you
question?
can't forget Minecraft.
Oh yeah,
That was
bro.
like a
Minecraft.
like a super
Yeah,
OG for
we
you.
play that a lot.
I think
Yo,
that's in the back of
I
everyone's
think that
pocket
might
at
be the
this
one
point.
I started on, low key, bro.
Yeah.
It goes hard, brother. I just got added to a server with a bunch of streamers on it. It's got like 30 people. It's bro, I can feel my addiction coming back.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
bro,
I'm never
that
free from it.
Oh no. Is it full of mods or are you vanilla?
Yeah, they made a custom mod pack with like 300 mods in
Oh
it.
no.
Oof, hell
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on, and
Oh
there's like
well.
a proximity voice chat and a bunch of other stuff. It's really cool.
Wow. Well,
Oh,
we'll
that's
see you
sick.
in three
That's sick.
that's
months.
pretty cool.
Yeah, word. I didn't realize how much Roland played Minecraft until my first time playing with him. I was like, I think it was maybe like less than maybe like 2 hours that like from him hopping into the server. He already had like a full tree house with chests and like the paintings with the rooms behind it and shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, like you play Minecraft? And he just went into this whole soliloquy of like, oh bro, you don't understand, dog. When I was 14,
The
this was
speed
my
runner.
life. Yeah, bro.
I had a whole image what I wanted. And then the fucking lightning storm, dog.
Oh yeah,
Oh
burn the
my god.
treehouse.
There's just a bunch of chests standing there. I was pissed, dog.
No.
Chests burning.
Fuck.
Yeah, man. We had some funny stories playing Minecraft. He set Apex's house on fire one time on accident,
Oh my
and just
gosh.
like
I
hopped into
forgot about
Discord
that.
freaking out, like, bro, I need help, please, please, please. I set Apex's house on fire, bro. Like
It was
freaking
bad.
out.
I'm sure
Dude,
I think he had one room and we just completely cut it off because we forgot.
Yeah, I
that's the
mean,
fucking worst when you fuck up somebody else's shit and you're like, oh fuck, oh fuck.
yeah, yep. That's why I
He just
stopped
had a
building
lost
wood
room.
houses.
Fuck yeah.
God, dude, that's a vibe though. Mike, wasn't it you that mentioned fucking Minecraft to me the other day? I was like, nah, dude, already? It's only February, dog.
I think I'm pretty sure I was just like throwing random ideas out, like just like things we can do, and that was definitely a bad idea. I don't know why I said that. Although Minecraft is an annual addiction that I just consistently have.
It really is.
It's like
Like, there's
at
just
least
a
once
couple
a year
months
I
out of
have
the
to
year. Yeah,
just
everybody's
hop in
got
a
to go back.
server. Yeah, go crazy. No,
Honestly,
yeah,
though,
100.
fucking
percent
Crack Media Minecraft server soon. TM.
I mean, it might have to be, it might have to happen.
After
But
the RP
that's not why we're here
addiction
today,
rolls
though.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because we can go
Oh,
on
fuck.
about Minecraft for days.
So,
So
Roland, tell us about your character, man. Characters, I should say, because I know you've been on multiple servers, right?
Oh yeah, I've been on a lot of characters. Recently I'm playing this dude named Cletus. He's a fucking Alabama um white male because I'm trying to be appropriate, you know. Uh, he got overalls, some flip flops, and a long blonde mullet, and he just says outlandish shit, and he lives his life to be as free as he can be, and just help people around him making good business.
True
that
that.
But
sounds about right.
I used to have a character named Arnicio, and he was just a fucking overall troll. Anything that came to my mind that was an intrusive thought that I thought would be funny fucking happened on him. And a lot of them were funny, but a lot of them got me into situations where I'm like, all right, I need to start thinking about before I do shit.
that's that's the best way to explain it, Ernie Co. When did you start role playing? Was it did we start at the exact same time, or
Sure, we
I don't even
did.
know how I got introduced the idea of it.
I honestly don't remember either. I think we both started around the same time. We had to have.
Well, I know
So
you, Apex, and Random were on you were on some server
mhm,
for I want to say like what 5 years ago. Was that your
yeah,
guys' first server, or did you guys do anything before that?
that would have to be the first one. It was like Plymouth,
Yeah, I think
RP, and
so.
Nightlife. We tried Purple World for a little bit back when Purple World was popular. So I want to say it was probably Plymouth. I'm assuming that had to be the first one. But yeah, that was about 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I
And I
think
mean,
RP.
at that time, I was creating. I just had that one character. No, I had Cleveland Brown was my very first RP character actually. before Mickey Wolfgang.
Cleveland Brown. Huh?
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
No,
Like my
no
very first character was named
association.
Cleveland Brown. No association at all. No association at all. I don't even know. Well, I think it was. I mean, I wasn't necessarily thinking about like the Family Guy character. It's just at the time it was just like the first thing that came to my mind. I just said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna go with that." Cleveland Brown, it is.
Fucking hilarious.
But yeah, that was my first character, and then Mickey Wolfgang was like that was probably the character I spent the most time on. He was my crim, aka
Mickey
criminal
Wolfgang.
character.
Love it.
Bro, that was a fun one.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
maybe like I want to say about a year and a half maybe after I heard you guys were playing on that server was when I finally got started with this other group for a while. We were it was something else that started with a P, but it definitely wasn't Plymouth. Plymouth, Jesus fuck. But we got started. We probably played for a good like month and a half before people started falling off, and we just realized how power hungry the cops and admins were. And it just kind of got excessive for a while. Uh, but the bottom line is, I don't think that server's even active anymore. So
Yeah,
that says a lot in itself.
possibly not, man. I mean, not there aren't too many servers from 5 years ago that are still rocking today. Besides, like No Pixel, maybe a handful of others.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
it is what it is.
it was a fun experience. I mean, fun, quote unquote, as in it was an experience. Um, my first uh bad experience on that server was pretty much let's see, what was the guy's name? We had a guy named Tony, I think, and I want to say the other guy was Vinny also, but I could just be mixing up with Nemo.
Hmm.
But long story short, they were talking mad shit to a fucking gang, and they got in a fucking car chase or some shit. And then I went to go kind of help them out, um, just getting them off their tail and stuff. And lo and behold, the like head person of the gang was chasing me for a little bit, and I took this corner a little too sharp and wrecked the dog shit out of my car, but somehow was like minorly okay enough to walk away. So I went to go hide in a fucking bush, and this dude lost his fucking shit. He fucking cried like a fucking baby to the admins and shit, saying that I fucking combat logged and stuff like that.
Oh
And I'm
God.
just like, still, I didn't take it out of character, but being in character, I was just like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I was in a bush the entire fucking time, and he's just like going, talking to the admin in and out of character, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, and then basically it devolved into this whole situation, like, oh, you got to make amends to him, whatever, and we played out like kind of like an ocean dump situation. I'm like, bro, okay, well, this server fucking blows dog shit now.
Ah,
Like
the
literally
good
just
old ocean dump, bro.
shit on the first fucking like just gotta just power trip fucking bullshit. I'm like, come on,
Mm-hmm.
like that's cool. And then weirdest part about that too, that guy who was with us on that server, the gang leader or whatever, he actually jumped with us on another server that we played for a couple weeks on, that didn't last. I actually think that was the one with the power hungry cops and everything. Not
Mm.
I don't remember why we all jumped, but we kind of just made a little group that didn't last very long.
Power hungry cops. Never heard of that before.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's a rare subject
Absolutely
right there,
not.
buddies. I feel like maybe I'm sure that most people who hear or gamers that hear GTRP understand what that is, but I imagine there might be someone watching this who may not understand exactly what we're talking about in detail. So should we maybe give like a little explanation as to what GTRP entails? Which I mean, I don't mind doing, or if Brandon, if you want to do it,
Yeah, Roland, do you want to
yeah.
take that?
Uh, honestly, GTARP, I would say it's basically in fucking Simpleman terms, right? You fucking it's basically GTA Online, but everybody that's walking around is a fucking actual person, right? And even the cops are a real person, the lawyers, the criminals, like the postal workers, everybody except for the like locals walking around.
Yeah,
And you
there are
basically
still
just walk
NPCs.
NPCs on
around.
the map.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you just walk around and create your own scenarios throughout throughout the city, and you just create a story for your character and you live the city in that character's life.
So
yeah,
one of the main things
that's about it.
is when it comes to GTA RP, it's more encouraged to it's more encouraged for the role play situation rather than a winning or losing, quote unquote, a situation. Um, and when you talk about power tripping cops or power gaming individuals, you are more referring to those situations where somebody feels like they have to have the ego to win the situation. They're not worried
Yeah,
whether somebody is having a good RP experience as long as they win that scenario,
yep.
which is sort of a problem in the current server we're having. It's not as bad as it was, I would say, as of like a week
We've
ago.
run into some shit, bro. I mean, I haven't played in a minute, but when I was playing with y'all, I mean, we ran into a ton of people that would do shit like that. That would just run up and do whatever they want with you, and then get real pissy when you try to like call an admin or whatever. Some people really don't know how to play that shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's very true. It's very
this
true.
new server is so much better with that. I think you should if you do have the if you do find the time, definitely come back and play elusive a little bit more. It's
Oh,
it's
elusive is night
not
and day.
Oh, I've been
It's
yeah.
night
on
and day.
elusive. I wasn't in love with it because I never found anybody. I thought it was dead.
Oh no, it's peak hours. It's starting to hit like 70 to 90 people.
That's not bad.
So it's definitely getting up there.
Doesn't matter, bro. I mean, we've had those days where there were only 40 people on, and it was like all 40 people were doing something together, and it just created like the coolest fucking scenarios.
Yeah.
There could be 15 people on. If there are 15 people all role playing, you won't even fucking know how many people are on the server. All you're gonna know is you're having a great ass time. So that's the thing about RP is like it's hit or miss. Like some days people might be money grinding and like, oh, I just spent $150,000 role playing at the casino yesterday and I lost all my money. So today I need to focus on getting my cash up, so I'm not going to really be too active. And then a few days later, everyone's like, all right, we got an event happening here. Everyone shows up. It's only 40 of us, but that's 40 fucking people all interacting with each other all at the same time. It's about quality, man. It's always going to be about quality over quantity. You can have 150 people. I couldn't tell you how many times in our previous servers, especially like Plymouth and Nightlife RP, where there would be 20 people all sitting at Pillbox Garage in their supercars doing absolutely nothing but just emoting on top of their cars. And that's supposed to be role play. Like, no, bro. Like, you guys are just standing here talking about your cars. No one cares. Who wants to get in the plane, fly over Mount Chiliad, and jump out, with some freaking parachutes
Yeah.
and see who dies, right? Like, who wants to like create some like fake story about this person hooking up with that person at a party, and now their girlfriends or boyfriends are like fighting it out? Like, who wants to actually come up with
Yeah.
something and be creative? Like, that doesn't require 150 people. That just needs 20 good people. And that's why I actually like elusive is because when like when the right people get on and they're in the mood, some fucking hilarious scenarios come up, and it's like, so it's RP gold, man. It's
It's
RP
it,
gold.
Yeah.
it definitely is night and day, especially like when we're relating to classic, which we're on, which was just full of fucking people just not giving a shit about rules, not giving a shit about making an RP situation, and when you did call them out for the rules, it would just escalate into some bullshit.
Yup.
Yeah.
Within the past like at least 5 days to a week, I've hung out with this group of people who literally haven't done anything as far as making money other than like small things here and there when we're not hanging out. But for the past like 5 days, it's been us just like digging into this whole serial killer scenario. And everybody literally talks about like, bro, we've been spending so much time on this. I have not made any fucking money.
True. True.
And that's also me just sitting here fucking I've probably spent at least $170,000 right now just on rolls at the fucking bean trying to get the
Trying to
prize
get
of
250.
250. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm almost not even gonna get a profit at this point. I'm just like, fuck. Well, I mean, I have enough money to like do whatever the fuck I want, but it's still, we're having fun. We're doing this whole um fucking diving into the fucking serial killer thing, and
Yeah,
it's really
that
been
is
a
sick.
great
I like
experience.
that.
Yeah.
I fucking I actually popped into um I think what's his stream name? Sulu, who plays Dean, and I'm just like I had to give him props, dude. I'm like, dude, that, like this is one of the reasons I'm still on this server right now is because I'm chasing yo ass, trying to figure out what's going on, and I'll pop in there for like a couple of seconds, and I'm just like, hey, love it. You're doing a great job. You know, this whole scenario is great, but no spoilers. See ya. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to see him anymore.
No, fair
Uh,
enough, fair enough.
although
So
there was this one situation yesterday where we caught him going into like a local civilian car, and I was me and one of the other girls went to go follow him, but we were kind of behind, so we weren't 100% sure if we were following him or not. And we drove all the way up to the Polito gas station, and at that point I was like, there's no way he got this far ahead of us. We're in faster cars. If we didn't pass him by now, he probably turned, towards the taxi yard and we fucking missed him or whatever. And I shit you not, so I tell her that I'm running low on gas, so we got to pull over into the gas station. And so we go get gas, and there's a taxi in that parking lot, and I'm like, no, there's no fucking way, right? And I go over to lockpick it to check his trunk. The one lockpick I've failed in this entire fucking
no.
server could have been the most important lockpick of my character's fucking life.
No.
And I'm just like, all right, we gotta, our at that point our cars were filled up. I'm like, all right, let's go back and meet with the crew, tell them what we found, and we got hella fucking distracted. I went to go do my 5 rolls at the bean at that point. We talked a little shit. Some other people showed up, and I'm like, oh fuck, we got to go back to check that taxi. Sure enough, we fucking go back, and what do we see? The local fucking SUV that Dean was originally driving in, and the taxi is gone.
Oh hell no.
I'm like, no fucking way that just happened. No motherfucking way. We just fucking missed like our biggest clue on this whole entire thing, possibly.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was a fun experience, dude. Like, I was just like, just
Yeah.
like the whole fact that I just fucked up on that one walk pick that could have tore the whole thing apart is, you know, it's invigorating.
You kind of you get the opportunity, and Brandon, maybe you can speak to this as well, like getting the opportunity to kind of act out a scenario that maybe you didn't even see happening in the first place, and it creates this kind of like D&D style of like progression within your character, where you start off doing one thing and then you kind of just get drifted into another direction because of something that might have caught your attention.
Hmm.
Brandon, is that something you've experienced as well?
That's
That's the
Cletus,
story of
100%.
my character,
that's
bro.
that's
I'll
fucking
hop
Cletus
on,
right there.
sell 250 drugs, and then at the end of the night, I'm down 200,000, and I still have 500 fucking drugs to sell. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened today? I wasted my whole day, dog. But in reality, I was just fucking around RP and having a great time with everybody, just blowing money on shit.
Yeah. That happened, and that was what I said earlier too. Is like sometimes like you come up with all this money, you're like, I want to spend this somehow, and then everyone decides that they want to do something random, which requires a lot of money, or maybe not so much, but it requires enough. Next thing you know, like I say, you're down $150,000, and you're like, ah, shit. Like, I hope it was worth it, but at the end of the day, like the people that you were interacting with had a good time. So people are in the appreciation channel within Discord going, oh yeah, good shit today, guys. You guys rocked it. Whatever. We had fun, and that's
Fucking
another thing I enjoy about it too is those appreciation channels, man. People giving other people shout outs for just doing a good job. Making it fun.
Cletus spending
It
fucking
makes you feel
40K
good.
on 4 grilled cheeses.
Bro,
Oh
that
yeah,
made me pissed, dog.
that casino life, bro.
Oh,
Hey
fuck.
man, the casino will either make you or break you, dog. It really will.
House always wins, dude. Always.
Yeah, house always wins, man.
Fuck.
So
Beans got my money.
yeah, of course, of course. I spent a lot of money at the Bean. Spent a lot of money there. So now, while RP, Grand Theft Auto RP is a great time when you find the right server. And the fact of the matter is, you're going to run into a lot of bad servers, right? So
Uh,
there are a few different terms that we use to explain what people call fail RP. How would you describe fail RP in your terms?
mm, mostly when I don't know. So, like I said before, you create a character and you play a backstory based on how that character is feeling, and that character is separate from you. You don't involve your internal feelings on him. You don't try to role play yourself. You don't role play a family member, nothing like that, because then your personal feelings are gonna get involved. You keep that shit completely separate, so no matter what happens, you can laugh about it. But I would say fail RP is when somebody takes that shit personally and then they go out of character and to like intentionally fuck with you or win. And it's just like, bro, that's not what we're here for. If you wanted to win, go play a different game. This is for fun.
Hmm. Yeah, we gotta have to say that one more time for the people in the back, just to make sure everybody understood what he was just trying to say here. So, just like one more time, if you could just just go ahead and dive into that again, because that's a huge point to be made about about RP. Just one
Bro,
more
I
time.
swear.
Just one more time.
You create a character, play that character, bro. Don't play yourself. Don't involve yourself.
Don't
Play
do
that
it.
character's feelings, bro. Laugh at the shit. Have fun with the shit. Intentionally take a loss, but laugh while you're doing it. Don't intentionally taking a loss to be mad. If you know you're
Yeah.
gonna lose and it's looking bad, say, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I don't gotta win this. And then just start having a great time while you're fucking losing. And then,
Yep.
bro, it's not even an L in the end.
Yeah. 100%. That's a part of the reason why I had to kill off Cleveland Brown, because when I first started role playing, that was what I thought I had to do. It was like I need to create something that's like an embodiment of myself. And come to find out, I was taking things too personal. If I get into a shootout and I lose, now I'm like, I gotta find you in Discord. I gotta DM you. You know, all that. It's not worth it, man.
Chase
It's
her
not
ass
worth it at
down.
all. And it's like, and it's counterintuitive to what RP is supposed to be about. It's role playing. You're not role playing if you're playing yourself. That's it's not role playing, dog.
Right.
It's like D&D at the end of the day. You know,
Hmm.
you're gonna create a whole new persona for your D&D character. You're not gonna be like, hey yo, I'm J dogging in fucking character. You know,
J Dogging the Barbarian.
J
What the
dog
fuck is
like.
happening, dog? Yeah, man. It's a crucial thing for people to remember, and like the sooner you remember that, like the better off you are. You know, the characters that I create are like the furthest thing from who I am. For that reason alone.
I don't know, dude. There's some fucking white surfer boy in you. Like, there's always been
Yeah.
since I met you. All right, I
Well,
just
that's
don't
because
fuck.
I've worked with them. You know, like bro, I learned so much working at GoPro. Like all those bros, like what you guys hear me say on Connor is really like a lot of what I heard from the guys I used to work with, which is why I'm able to use certain terms or know certain terms in the first place. Like, I didn't know what the fuck getting pitted was. Like, what the fuck is getting pitted? I have no idea, but they taught me. So I'm like,
Yeah, that's why
oh,
Drewski goes off so hard, bro.
exactly. That's exactly why Drewski goes hard with Kyle Rocker because he was around him, so it's kind of
It's
like
just fucking
it's
hilarious.
pulling influence. Now, Squill McGill, that's Roll Tide Willie. I mean, that's just that's Roll Tide Willie to the fullest right there. um,
It's
but yeah,
always a
man,
good time playing with Connor.
yeah. When you kind of just think of something funny that you want to make, and granted, if you want to be a criminal, then I mean, nothing wrong with that. You can still think of a funny character and make and turn them into a criminal as well. But it's good to have a little bit of a sense of humor when you do make a character, no matter what their lore is going to be.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, a
Like
lot
Lil
of
Green, for example.
So
dude,
what?
Lil Green's fucking.
I said Lil Green, for example.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Him and
Lil
Reggie.
Green for those who don't know, Lil Green is he's a criminal who's a part of the Grove Street Families gang. So or you could just sometimes people just call them Green Gang because they represent or they wear green colors. Um, oh, he's Australian, right?
Yeah, I
I
believe
think
so.
a
Yeah,
lot of
he's
people on
Australian.
this server are Australian.
I fuck with it though. The Australians know how to RP, bro.
They're
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
They're fucking hilarious, dog. I love it when people do the slash me and shit. That's literally the funniest shit. Cause
Mm-hmm.
that's like when you're literally diving into like how do you say it? Like you're creating another fucking sense into the game, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you're like literally going into the game even further. And it's fucking hilarious, bro. For instance, when I was yelling, "We don't give a piss about nothing but the tide, damn it." Man, there was like three of us yelling it, and I was getting a bit out of hand, right? It was like 2 in the morning. I was literally yelling this shit in my fucking basement. And we're like, not even like imagine we're standing in a circle. I would have been spitting all over these dudes, right? At least they would have been catching it. And one of them did slash me, wipe spit off of my face, and then the other one did slash me, fucking pulls bandana over my face and puts on a mask. It was fucking hilarious. One of them walks away, bro. Like that shit, like that. Oh my
Yeah,
god, it
yeah,
just
yeah.
adds to the scenario, bro.
So for those who don't know, whenever you in game, whenever you open up your chat and you type slash me with some sort of quote following it, it'll impose words over your body that kind of it basically adds like an extra layer to show that you're doing something that you might not be able to physically do with that character outside of the emotes that they have imported into the city. So that's why Random was saying that people were saying slash me wipe spit off face because there's really no way to show that, but it kind of it just adds more color so you understand what that character is doing out of
Yeah.
context. Um, Yeah, and when you start to use it, or when you learn how to use it properly, it's great.
Yeah, bro.
It's a good time.
Because otherwise, it would just be four of us sitting in a circle yelling. But then,
Hmm.
other
Yeah.
than that, it's like we're actually sitting there doing something, and people are laughing about the people doing shit. It just adds a whole nother level of RP, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Anytime someone slash me's, you want to, definitely make sure that you read the slash me and then react to it somehow, if
Yeah.
possible. Right? You never want to see a slash me and just ignore it because then it's like, all right, bro, you're an asshole.
Well, even like just to kind of correlate it with like D&D situations too. Like you could always like you could even impose a roll um against somebody, and you know both of you roll a
Oh yeah.
fucking 20 sided dice, and whoever wins RPs out that scenario, um kind of stuff. uh for example, like if I was um well, one recent situation is I was going to take like a hair sample from somebody. That would be like a if if it was like a character interaction. um you could like both roll for it and then play off of that scenario. So like if I lost the roll, I could be like tripped and fell and fucking you feel a huge tug on your hair or some fucking shit like that,
Hmm. Hmm.
and then the
Hmm.
other person could just get up and be like, what the fuck was that? you know
Yeah, yeah,
but I did take the more
100%.
subtle route. Okay. um, just for the record, other
Yeah,
ways to do shit.
that's a great example. I mean, like that. That's the type of stuff you can do to really add more. Just add, you know, add another layer to your interactions with people. It's always
Yeah.
fun, and you can always tell who's a good role player because good role players will take those slash me's and really like take them serious. Like they'll actually like fall deep into that whatever it is that you're trying to pull off.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of this is a lot of a good server is also based on the development and administration that goes into it.
Mm. Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
I know Roland has a lot to say on that part.
About the say it one more time. I was fucking responding to a quick text. My lady texted me. I'm sorry.
Just devs and admins kind of like facilitating a better, not just a development environment, but like a better community environment at the end of the day.
Yeah. If
um
you go to the Discord, I put in a whole thing on that
oh, I
just
saw
this
that.
morning. Yeah,
Oh,
just this morning I put that in there. So hopefully one of the developers responded to it. So I fuck with that. That's the first time I've actually seen a developer be the first one to respond. So
well,
that's pretty cool.
so my only bad take with the developer right now is um I first of all it took like maybe a week and a half to even get feedback on my whole toe situation that I had. Um,
Toe,
and yeah, my I got a toe fungus. No,
bro. I'm for real. I'm
fucking,
like, what's wrong with your toes?
uh, no, my so there's car towing in the game
Oh,
as a civilian job.
that makes a lot more sense.
Um, and there was I basically had a huge fucking glitch where I didn't get paid out, and I made a ticket for it. And essentially the developer was like, so did you replicate it? Really? Like you took a week and a half to respond to this, and you asked me if I replicated the fucking game breaking scenario that
Well,
caused
and the
me to
dumb
not
thing
get
is,
paid?
he's kind of telling you, he's like, okay, so you did it once, you didn't get paid, you came to us. And then he turns around and he says, well, did you go do it and not get paid again?
Yeah.
Did you go waste your time a second time? Like, why the fuck should I be doing that? That's not my job.
Exactly. And the other, like, if it was a short thing, sure, I would have fucking just did it for the memes
Yeah,
and
but I
just
mean,
to
that shit
kind of
takes
help
a
it
minute
out.
sometimes.
But it was like a whole 3 hour situation because so what happened is I started the tow job, and it marks a car for you to go pick up. And between that time, I picked up one of my friends and took their what?
I didn't. Just the way you said toe job. Sorry, couldn't control myself. Continue. My bad.
Anyway,
7-year-old humor. My bad.
anyway.
Yeah, it's about your toe job. Continue.
um. Anyway, I started the job. You get the marker to go get the car that you need to take back to get paid. Within that time, I was hit up by a friend who wanted me to take their dirt bike into a mechanic shop to get it repaired. So I picked up the dirt bike, picked up my friend. She got in the tow truck. We went to the mechanic shop. Blah blah blah. Dropped it off, and then I left the mechanic shop, went to my tow marker, put the car on the bed, which, by the way, there is a like visual bug to where sometimes it doesn't work correctly, so it doesn't get on the tow truck, so you have to take it off, get in the vehicle you want to tow, get out, and then put it back on the truck, and then it will show up. So that I had to do that situation. The marker didn't disappear. I went to go turn it back into the tow yard and didn't get paid. So the whole thing was like a 3 hour scenario. So it's like, why would I waste my time replicating that? Do I
Yeah.
have to go get the specific dirt bike? Do I have to go get another car? Do I have to get this specific person into my tow vehicle? Do I have to go to the specific mechanic shop? Like, what? Why is it my job? I mean,
It's this particular situation is tough, right? And coming from someone who's worked, with developers on like troubleshooting issues, developers have this mentality of, can you replicate this over and over and over again using a specific sequence of steps? If so, we can fix it. If not, sorry.
yeah.
And that's just kind of how it is, right? It's like, if it's inconsistent, just quit. Like, developers aren't going to waste their time trying to
Yeah,
fix that. If it's 100% reproducible and you can show it, they'll hop on it in no time, right? And it's
Which I
yeah,
think
man,
kind
it
of
sucks, you
puts
know.
a spotlight on one of the problems in the industry right now is like every industry is just like a epitome of all these different departments and stuff is there's for the last 10, 15 years there's been a lack of QA for everything,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
and
oh
it's
yeah.
just it just doesn't it's just not productive at the end of the day. That's why we have shitty video games. That's why we have shitty products. That's why we have fucking shitty applications. It
Damn.
just fucking steamrolls.
Tell us how you really feel, bro.
Well, you don't want
I
to know
mean,
how I really fucking feel.
More at 11.
man.
Honestly,
I
though,
mean,
we could literally have an entire episode about that alone. So
Yeah.
we probably don't want to
yeah.
Yeah.
drag on with that
Let's not go down that road right now.
one. But yeah, I mean, to add on to what you guys are talking about, not just from a development standpoint, but also there's that community standpoint as well. When you have admins, mods who are friendly and are willing to hear suggestions, and you kind of run into them in the city and they're good role players, you kind of get a good vibe from them. And this particular server, um, I mean, I haven't necessarily had the bug issues that Justin's had, but I have interacted with a couple of mods and admins, and the people whom I have talked to, they've been pretty friendly, right? So it always makes that easier. Um, Not to mention the events that servers put on for the community. Like, the more events you do, that tends to be a really good as far as retention is concerned for for the players. Um, So yeah, Brandon, have you you ever had a negative experience with with a modern admin, and how was that?
On this server,
Well, no, just in general, just we're just, yeah, ever.
definitely in other servers. None that are like too crazy. Don't like the main thing with mods and admins is they are a mediator between two people, essentially, at the end of the day. The person
Mhm.
causing the problem and the person getting fucked with. So they have to listen to two stories and at the end of the day use their best judgment to decide what's going on between this situation and how to correctly fix it, right?
Yep.
So if the fucking person fucking with you isn't being truthful and they've never had an interaction with you before, they're just not going to know how to handle the situation and you're going to get a shitty outcome. You could blame that on the admin or you could blame it on the shitty individual, you know? So, those are the only like real problems I've had with admins is when I have a problem with somebody and they don't do a shit about it. But it's also because the other person says, "Oh, I wasn't doing this. This person was doing that." And it's a lot of just back and forth to the point where the original argument was just fucking lost.
Yeah, yeah. We've had some servers where there's like a fail RP moment. Someone does something that they weren't supposed to do, and the admin will just teleport to us physically in the game. We'll be sitting there arguing. Next thing you know, somebody just pops up, and we're like, hey man. And it's like one of the mods or admins. He's like, yeah, I was watching the whole thing. You shouldn't have done that, bro. Give him back his money. And we're like, oh, sweet. Um, now I don't know if I would necessarily want that to happen today. I think that was just like a thing of the past. And we were definitely in some servers where people wouldn't
It was
call
needed.
you like, well, yeah, that, but like people wouldn't call you by your character name. They would call you by your Discord name. For whatever reason. So like my name was Cleveland Brown, but like people would see me and they go, "Hey, Juice, what's up, man?" And I'm like, I'm Cleveland Brown. I don't know who Juice is." And they'd be like, "Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah."
figured out why that was.
So what?
You know how you can see the ID numbers in game?
Yeah, yeah.
So sometimes when you go into the like not elusive, but other servers, it'll show the person's ID and then
Hmm.
whatever name there is right next to it. So a lot of people fucking metagame like that.
Yeah,
I realized that after we came to elusive, I'm like, oh, people aren't calling me fucking my Steam name. This is fucking nice, bro.
yeah. Now you just said metagame. Can you explain what that is in RP terms?
The metagame, back to the essentials, right? Fucking RP, you create a character, you live throughout that character, right? You don't involve your feelings or your thoughts on that. So, metagaming is when you use your outside thoughts or knowledge. Like me, Mike, and Justin, we might talk about something that's going on in game, right? But in game, we play RP enough to know our characters don't know that. So if we need to get something done, like, hey, Mike, let's go do this job. Hey, Justin, let's go do this job. They'll be like, all right, bet. Fucking, we might even talk about the job for a second, but then we go into the game. We say, hey, call him on the phone. Yo, in-game name, in character. Yo, what's going on? What are you trying to do? Let's go do this job. Where are you trying to meet up? This is what the job entails. And we talk about it all in game. Like, metagaming is when you take outside thoughts and you put them into the game
Hmm.
that your
Hmm.
character doesn't know through means of finding out himself or
Yeah.
herself.
Some people will also do it by going into someone's Twitch channel. Like if you
Oh,
know that one of your enemies is streaming and you see that they're driving around Sandy Shores, and you just hop in your car and just drive to Sandy Shores without role playing it or without
with
finding
no
out in
reason.
game where they are. Taking that knowledge and then just applying it without role playing it out is considered metagaming as well.
Honestly, that's one of the huge reasons I was against doing it in the first place, but thought it would be more beneficial for everybody in the end run. Is I've been just jotting down as many notes as I can relating to this whole scenario, serial killer situation, because a lot of it's not going to make sense, especially when you come from the aspect and character of how'd you get this, how'd you get that, blah blah blah. Well, now I have notes detailing exactly,
Mm-hmm.
what we've been doing, how we've
Yep.
came to these conclusions. So it's not going to be questioned at the end of the day.
Exactly. Because even though you found that information out in game, because it wasn't documented somewhere, someone could assume that you're metagaming, and it's like, oh, here
Exactly.
we go. This is gonna suck for me. If you can't prove yourself.
Like it w- I still don't know how I want to play out this whole DNA situation. Um but I basically long story short, we found the killer's kind of hideout, whatever, where he keeps all his fucking butchered bodies and shit. So my character, being my character, is like, oh, let's get a couple Q-tips, a couple bags. Let's swab for like some DNA. Take it to fucking humane labs and hope they can, do something about it if we pay them the right amount of money. Kind of shit like that. And I kind of try to build on that with the admins, saying that, hey, can you guys like debit like 20-30K from my bank account and then mark it as like humane labs DNA or some shit, just to kind of like build some more immersion. And the first response was pretty much not even a response. It was more of the admin just saying like, just like they were thinking about the scenario, like could it be possible. I'm like, I'm gonna do it either way. All right. Like, that's just the bottom line. It's going to happen either way. It's just whether or not the fact you guys want to work with me and help me with my own immersion into this scenario. And the fact that they didn't answer between like 3 to 5 hours after that, I just fucking closed the ticket and was like, all right, well, if you're not going to help me be more immersed in my whole RP scenario, I'm not going to reach out to you guys again for anything like this.
Now, I hear what you're saying. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second here. The question that I'm thinking to myself when you say this is this something that would be even considered fair within this particular server's RP universe, right?
That's
Like, is
that
there someone who can say test DNA? Because if there is someone who can, then I would say it would make more sense to just have that person just take the money and then you go through it. But if there isn't, it's almost like there's like, how far are we willing to go to entertain this?
Well, yeah.
Especially,
So that's the thing, is the only, at least in character knowledge that I have of testing DNA is through the police. And being an investigative reporter, why the fuck would I want to go through the cops if I'm trying to create a story for myself? So I just figured, you pay the fucking labs a bunch of money. Money talks at the end of the day. Somebody's going to fucking take the money and fucking do it. And then that was kind of like my in to the admins to be like, I'm creating this scenario. Do you guys want to help me create the scenario or not? And that answer was,
Emmons are like, look, bro, I'm at the casino, dog. Right?
yeah. I was like, the fucking answer was pretty obvious. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna play it off how I was going about it. I mean, 90% of the killings right now, I think, are fucking NPCs anyway, so it's not like we can actually tie anything together. So again, it's just like, um, just for context, we found a murder weapon, pretty much a bat that this serial killer used to bludgeon two of the victims, and so me in game being in character, I'm going to connect the DNA from that bat to those victims. But where it goes after that, especially again them being NPCs, I can't really do anything with that information.
Hmm. So then, what I'm thinking is, I mean, if there is an avenue here for someone to take as a PI, is that avenue meant to be taken that way? Like how is the butcher setting up the information so the butcher can be eventually captured, right?
Uh, he's been creating scenes all over the place, like blood pools.
Hmm.
Um, I'm sure you've seen the pictures in Discord. Like that's
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
whole place. He's got, here's a mask here. Here's how it was done. That he actually has like the scene that says this DNA belonged to this person, but obviously my character wouldn't know that. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's why we're getting tests and all that. But then again, my character also doesn't know about those murder scenes, so I still wouldn't be able to connect that information in character.
yeah, yeah.
So
I
that
mean,
that's where
hell.
the whole note thing comes from. Is like I need to take
Hmm.
these notes to kind of show the progression. Otherwise, yeah, somebody's gonna think I'm just fucking metagaming the shit out of everything.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I agree. I agree. Steep
to
shit,
your
man.
point to your
It's
point
Rest
of
in
the
RP.
peace.
PI, there is supposed to be one private investigator who apparently just left the police force like a week or so ago and is taking this initiative to be a private investigator. But outside of character, I think he's actually planning to kill himself off. So I'm like,
Oh shit.
I don't know where this is going at this point. But
Yeah. Shit gets
yeah,
real, bro. It shit get wicked.
it's there's a lot of things to do at the end of the day. RP is RP. You create your
Create
own
whatever you
experience.
want.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Speaking of which, what are some things you would like to see in servers nowadays? Something that's either missing or something that people just look over. Um, Something that could be added.
Me personally, cops that have a better fucking workforce. Like I understand at the end of the day, bro. You might be a fucking forklift driver. You might be a substitute teacher. You might fucking walk dogs for a living, you know? But at least take a fucking week or two of in-game time to learn this shit, bro, and stop being so shitty to the point where you have to rely on cool gadgets and other shit to catch people. Like at the end of the day, you're a police force. You should act like a real life police force. We, as criminals and the underground racing scene, we're criminals and the underground racing scene. It should reflect real life, you know? Not fucking. I understand it's GTA at the end of the day, but if we're role playing, bro, we're role playing real life. We're not role playing some fantasy to an extent, you know?
Yeah, and if I can add a little more color to that, so what Roland is talking about is the interactions that cops have with criminals, specifically, chases, um, trying to catch criminals whenever they do some sort of crime, like robbing a bank or having a shootout with one of their enemies. Once that interaction becomes a chase between the cops and the criminals, the cops tend to have the tools and doodads that they need to kind of give them an extreme advantage. And the only people who do not think that they have the advantage are the people who play the cops. Everyone else can clearly see that cops have a, a huge advantage against criminals, and can do more than what criminals can do in order to escape. But of course, the kind of going back on this power gaming that we talked about earlier, just always having to win, always having to win. People take more of a I have to win mentality over a let's make this a fun experience for everyone mentality.
Yeah.
So, one thing that you see across many RP servers are, admins or whoever's setting up the police force, usually an admin or a mod. The 9 times out of 10, whoever runs the police force is an admin or a mod, just straight up. Um, they give the cops just way more shit. Like just fast cars. You know, they get all the cool guns, and God forbid a criminal uses a big gun. Then the next thing you know, you have like 10
Tanks and
cops,
rocket
you know,
rocket
and a
launchers.
helicopter chasing one person, you know, and it's just like you can't really escape from this scenario. You're basically screwed, right? So Rand is just talking about like kind of just balancing that battle so that criminals have a more fair advantage to be able to escape, you know. And it's not to say that the criminals are going to like take it unfairly. It's just there an example we can give you is I think we've seen in our current server where with the cop cars like just like the standard cop cars can be tuned on the fly to drive faster if necessary. And it's like, well, in a real life situation, that's not the case.
Always
You have some like police cruisers who can, you know, they can go decently fast, but if you need to, then you have to go back to the station and pull out the charger, pull out the Corvette. Like you have to go pull out that vehicle that you
bro.
need to go faster in that
Here's
Mm.
case.
also the thing. They have numbers, bro. They have 8, 9, 10, 15 people. If there's 8 drivers, you could radio, hey, we need a fucking roadblock right here. Hey, we need a
Hmm.
fucking bike strips. Hey, we
Mhm.
need a fucking interceptor. Hey, we need Air Force One. Like,
Yeah.
communicate shit like that, bro. There should be people doing specific shit. Not cadets being trained on how to fucking fly a helicopter, bro. Like, that's so unrealistic.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Where have you
Yeah.
ever seen somebody in the police academy flying a fucking helicopter? Like, where are we drawing the line, bro? It's
Yeah.
the thing that really bothers me is, like Mike said, you can change the police vehicles on the fly, right? But in real life, if you see somebody driving around a fast ass car that's illegal, probably not going to have a license plate on it, right? And then, other than that, they also probably have an illegal tune they put on it themselves or they paid somebody to do, and
Mhm.
they can change that shit. So if the cops can change their tune on the fly, why wouldn't the underground racers that's more realistic be able to do it? You know? That's
Yeah.
kind of the point where I'm at. That's just kind of weird to me.
Well, on that aspect too is like in real life, if the cops deem a chase as too dangerous to the public,
They stop.
they just fucking yeah, they just fucking stop.
They just
Yeah.
stop. Yeah.
But
Agreed.
it's just
There's been
there's
servers where they've done that, but it's
yeah,
just this one. It's like the cops are so power hungry. It's like, bro,
it's
I
just the
understand.
win mentality.
Another thing, a cop should RP because a cop should RP a cop because he wants to play a cop, you know, not because of all the cool fucking gadgets that they have. You should not
Yeah.
want to play a cop because you get a fucking the fastest car in the game for free, and you get to fucking shoot the best guns in the game. Like that's not why you should be a cop, bro. We shouldn't all have to create a cop character to see that's OP or not. We should
Yeah.
know by playing criminals. Hey, this shit's pretty even. Hey, this shit's not even.
Yep.
It's really it's the debate to where again the criminals are just gonna say shit's OP and the cops are gonna defend it as not, and it's gonna be a
There's only
he
one real
said she
fix
said.
to that.
You just need an unbiased person, and it's like I was saying earlier, like the head of the police department is always an admin. It's never just like an unbiased party who's just kind of, you know, seeing these things through. Because if you put someone in there who's not a cop or a criminal, and they're just listening to both sides. They go, "Oh yeah, this doesn't sound fair. Like, yeah, we should do it this way. Do it this way." And at the end of the day, like make iterations, right? Oh, we see over time that this has become a little bit unfair. Like the criminals have a little bit more of an advantage. All right, let's give the cops a little bit here so we kind of balance it out, right? But there needs to be some sort of unbiased party in between that. And the problem is that in most situations there isn't, and you know you kind of create this clash. Um, in the server that we're in, there's not a lot of gang violence or anything like that for the most part. I mean, there are a few shootouts here and there, but usually the shootouts are between the cops and the criminals. um the and I don't know if that's because of people feeling like things are unfair or what, but there's it seems a little bit more tame in our server, which I kind of like, to be honest. Right? I feel like it's a healthy amount of activity. It's not too much.
I
Uh,
mean, I've
that's
definitely
happening.
advocated to a bunch of different gang members that it's us versus the cops at this point.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah.
opinion, bro, the way to fix that scenario, just every criminal stops doing crime for a couple days. Like, literally. We just fuck around for 1 week, no crime happens. And then the cops are like, yo, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Like, I
Yo, I
literally,
can't role play, bro.
bro, there's been a whole week and I'm not doing shit but traffic stops, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bro. Maybe it's because your shit's OP and we don't want to fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's the
until it
other
gets to that
thing is
point,
like
people aren't
between
gonna
the
do it.
economy and how long people get thrown into fucking prison for just the most stupid shit, it's it makes the criminals not even want to play because they're gonna fucking not going to get their money. They're going to be overly fined for the activity that they were doing. And they're going to fucking just spend 20, 30 minutes to fucking 2 hours in fucking jail for some dumb shit. I was like, okay, I
Hey,
guess I just won't
right,
play.
right here. Hey, why do you guys think I stopped being a criminal years ago, dog? After Mickey Wolfgang, I hung it up. I'm like, you know what? At this point, I just want to have fun. I just
Hmm.
want to have some good, engaging scenarios. I want to come up with some random shit and be able to have a good laugh in RP. For me, the crim shit is it's tired, dog. It's boring. It's like it's the same shit. You're gonna get in a car, go to a bank, get a hostage. We have these demands. Get in a chase and just hope for the best at that point.
Yeah.
It's like that's not role playing, dog. I've had so much fun, like, and I can't put enough words on. I can't explain so much fun enough playing Connor and Squill. Mostly Connor. I've been playing Connor more than Squill, but I'll never go back. To be honest with you, bro, I have zero interest in being a criminal. Zero. It's because of the stuff that we're doing with like the news station and Connor just shredding the gnar as much as he can, bro. It's so fun, dog. I'm good. I'm good. You can have all the crim stuff. You can have it. I'm
Well,
good
that's
on it.
a good point with Coyote too. Is like his first RP experience doing actual criminal shit, trying to get into his character. He's fucking hit with a fucking 2 hour long fucking
Well,
prison sentence.
to
Mhm.
be fair, okay, he could have also started with something lighter. Bro started with the heaviest thing he could have. Like,
Oh yeah, I
I
he
mean,
could have
mean,
still,
started
if you're
robbing
if
cars,
you're if you're new to
you
Crim
know.
RP, you should not just be going into crazy shit.
He could have tried to rob a bank or something first. That
What do you
boy
do?
went straight to flying planes and grabbing coke. That was the first illegal
Oh
thing he
nah,
did. Like,
nah.
bro, I've never even flown a plane before until this server. Like, this is some illegal shit, bro.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. I mean that's the other thing too. Like
Like,
there needs to be
growing weed and
progression.
selling it, bro, would have been
Mm-hmm.
cooler first, you know? Like, growing up to it. So,
Yeah,
like, damn, bro, I got caught growing weed. Or, damn, I got caught selling weed. That shit wasn't cool. But
yeah.
it's
I
just like, if
agree.
you throw yourself in the deep end, bro, you're not gonna want it.
I agree too. I mean Connor, he just started selling weed, and he's like afraid of the idea of doing anything coke related. But I mean,
Hey,
with how
maybe he
progression
gets
works,
to it,
you
bro.
never know. Yeah, like
White
he might
boys
get into
party
it
with the
eventually.
coke.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So,
don't personally see him running the shit unless somebody, like, comes to him and like, "Hey, nigga, you gonna run this for us or you gonna die," type shit, like, "You're our
mhm,
mule." But I definitely
yeah,
could see him like, "Hey, bro, you partying? You wanna fucking bump off of this line, brother?" It'll
yeah,
fucking mellow you out so you can take some more booty shots, brother.
exactly, man. There has to be progression to it. You can't just, yeah, you can't do shit like that. And I mean, it's like people say never meet your heroes or something like that. I think it's like the disappointment that you get when you like jump into RP so excited, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the world's greatest criminal. I'm gonna be Tony Montana. Nah, dog, you're not. You're gonna have to wait for that. That takes
Yeah.
time.
It literally takes time, bro. Like I'm trying to build up to be a coke pin right now, just slanging coke to everyone. But bro, there's people already been doing it for months, and I'm a little dog in this shit right now. I gotta grow, dog.
You have to, man. Yeah, that's it. Well, I mean, we've been going at this
I fucking
for
love it.
hour and some change now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
we
think we just passed an hour.
Oh, that's
I
right. That's
fucking
right.
love it.
We did start a little bit late there.
A little bit. Honestly,
like.
So
Coyote, I think what happened is somebody snitched on you.
Oh
100%.
yeah,
I think
somebody.
that's what went through.
Yeah, somebody called 911 anonymously on you. Cause you seen the shit in the Discord. They posted the pictures of you getting fucking caught up. That doesn't happen.
It
that's
was
true. I
some
forgot about
undercover
that. You're
bullshit, man.
right.
Undercover shit, man. Trying to figure it out.
Maybe it's just somebody wanting to be a cop and they got denied a boat, which was weird. Well, bro,
No, they were
if a
just they
cop
were just
comes up
trying to
to
make
you,
excuses.
if a cop gets an anonymous tip, they're not gonna say where the anonymous tip came from. They're just gonna give you some bullshit so you stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Half of it's bullshit, half of it's the truth. So you got to decipher what's the truth.
So I think what we found out at the end of the day, and we could close out on this thought is, if you fly too high, cops will get notified, but anything that's not flying too high would be a civilian reporting it. So when they,
Mm,
yeah, so when they say anything except besides the fact that we got a notification for somebody flying too high, it's they lying their ass off, dog.
Yeah.
They trying to get you.
The only notification they get is for you flying too high or
Remain
somebody calling
silent.
you. Because the thing is, I was at Harmony this morning or last night, and I heard a airplane flying, and it's like a whole city and some desert away. So
Yeah, that shit's
maybe somebody
nuts.
heard that and they're like, "Oh nah, these fucking dirty criminals," and they just called it in, and they're like, "This is gonna be hilarious," you know?
Yeah, hilarious until somebody gets fucking 2 hours of not being able to play their own game.
Well, I'm sure to the person who got him locked up, it was fucking hilarious, bro. But to Coyote, it was fucking game breaking, you
Yeah, he
know?
hasn't he hasn't been on since then. Which is why I'm also saying like some of the fucking times and fines are just not, like sure, okay, again, give somebody a sentence that says don't do this again, RP scenario, but don't be like, you can't play for fucking 2 hours now. Sucks for you. Like that just doesn't make sense.
Hey, you do the crime,
no,
you do the
yeah,
time.
yeah, dog. The jail sentences got it. Hey, man, I got 600 years one time.
What the
That's 10
fuck?
hours.
600
10 hours, bro.
because I killed a cop in
Uh,
a previous server.
just
600. That
just because you
I
killed a
was
cop.
able. Killing a cop will sometimes get you put away for life, but
Yeah,
so you have to get broken out.
if you kill enough.
It depends on the server, but yeah, I was able to talk them down to 490 years instead of 600.
Dude.
Um, so I did my time. I mean, I knew that what I did was illegal. I like we tortured. We didn't just kill a cop. We like picked him up, dragged him, took him to a torture room, skinned him, everything. Like we whooped his
Oh.
ass. So it was what I got was definitely well deserved. It's just it is what it is, bro. I knew what I was doing. So yeah, do the crime, do the time, bro. I was literally just on Netflix the whole time I was in prison.
That's where the whole progression comes into play, bro. Like you start off maybe stealing some old lady's purse, and then maybe stealing some money out of a cash register, and then maybe selling some weed. And now that you got a couple of 100,000, you sold some weed. All right, bro. Let's see what this coke looking like.
hmm Yeah, make it progressive, man. Yeah.
And that's the whole thing that's the most fun about it too. starting off as a little fish and then working your way up, bro. That's literally the most fun thing about it. Cause right
it,
now, that's what I'm doing.
you want to try to build relationships too with the people who already have the keys to the kingdom, and
Yes,
like
bro.
the time that you spend in the server is you building those relationships. So once people realize, all right, this guy's cool, he's not an asshole, and he spends a fair amount of time on the server. All right, let's hook him up with a little bit more. You know,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
that's that's what you're doing. Relationship building.
It's a fun time either way. It's one of the more enjoyable servers I've been a part of for sure, community wise especially. That fucking all the other ones we were just on was just fucking painful. Especially even the whole process of going through them was even more painful. But glad we found one. Kyle, come back to us. We need
Dude, there's so
we
much shit going
I
on,
have
but
one
someday,
last thing if we could
we
end
need
on.
the boon, dog.
yeah, La
Oh, the
Moon.
boon.
The boon.
I really like your character, by the way.
Yeah, dude,
I
I
feel like you
freaking love
kind of
it.
like naturally like flow when
Yeah,
you're role
bro.
playing.
Yeah, I pick it up when I can get into it, especially when I like. So I role played for a long time growing up. Back in the day,
Mm.
With your
we used to do
family,
like
yo.
no, we used to do like text role play over like AOL Messenger and shit
Oh
on the
Oh
yeah.
internet
yeah, yeah.
way back in the day, back when like everything was like slash me, you know.
Hmm.
It was a totally different thing, and it was a lawless land, and it was kind of cringe, but if you found the right people it was great. And my friend group was always super into it, so I'm kind of like conditioned for it. I always love a good opportunity to do some RP. We've had so many games coming out recently that I haven't had the time, brother, but I'll be back absolutely at some point, and then hopefully you guys will have enough of a foothold in there that you can give me the lowdown and we can make some cool shit happen.
Oh, we
It,
don't know
Absolutely.
Boone that good, bro. We might have to find out. No, I'm just like,
Well, yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
just like
I
It's
mean,
okay.
even if
When he touches down
anything,
in the city, everyone's gonna
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah.
He said, with this molly, you're bound to know me, damn it.
know. He's
I
a
mean,
Some
if
sideburns.
sensation.
anything, dude, we need more reporters. We need more drivers. The fucking new
Oh
shit is
yeah,
fucking
bro. The new shit
hilarious.
is crazy.
Yeah, bro. That shit
It
is funny as fuck.
the I'm
They
probably
love
gonna.
it when you go to those scenarios and just say like one or two outlandish ass things.
Oh, it's
Everybody's like,
dude. People love it. I mean, people have been giving us praises both in and out of game for it. Especially when we show up to fucking outlandish situations. Um,
Yeah,
and I'm
getting
pro
shot by criminals on accident.
yeah, taking fucking bullets in the
Literally got
back.
shot on a live stream. I was like, "Oh, I got shot, bro! Run!" they think we're the enemy, bro. we're just recording.
But I think I'm gonna close out myself on this last one. We're definitely we want to create like a website, just to kind of like start posting our stuff officially, so we don't have to blow up the Discord for it, and people can kind of just like it make it look like a more official thing. But again, that's going back to, am I going to put my time into getting this set up, possibly getting more eyes on the server and bringing them more people by making shit more public for them, when a developer won't even fucking help me with a simple glitch? You know, I was like, are they going to put in the work if I put in the work at the same time? Even though they're like, oh, we're not going to put it in if you don't put it in, but is it going to be reciprocated at the end of the day? Either
Now,
way, I'm going to
I
fucking
have
do
a
it.
response for that. Exactly right. Like, because when you and I first started talking about this, I told you that we can't do this looking for something. Like, we have to do this because it's fun and we enjoy it. As long as we go in with that mentality, everything else will fall in line. But once we start like putting our hand out, expecting shit, it's like it's not gonna work out, dog. We got to show them that we're down. Show them that like we can actually make this an immersive situation. I mean, because like the doing the new stuff, just no, we don't get paid for it. Like we're making $0 reporting the news right now. But it's so fun that it's like, fuck it, man. Like I'll do this for a couple hours and go back to making money. Do it for a couple hours, and we're starting to see the benefits of that. We're starting to get more people to say, oh, like they see us and they know those are the news guys, right? Like, you know, they call us out in Discord. So
Yeah,
doing
when
what
they
we've
say
been doing,
WTF news, I love that shit.
exactly, bro. We've
My
just been doing it because it's fun, and eventually it'll pay off. We just have to keep at it.
my scenario is more coming from not like the community aspect, but like you know how the library is $75. Am I gonna
Hmm.
donate $75 for that? If well, it's not that's my only thing. Like again, we're gonna do it anyways. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be there. But like $75 for a little logo on the car, I don't know about that one, Chief.
You never know. I mean, we might get so much love for just for what we're doing that the devs might want to do it just for free. And
Maybe.
and that's why I'm not necessarily interested in changing the logo right now. Like it's got Weasel News on it. And whenever people say Weasel News, I say, oh no, it's WTF News. These are just hand me downs.
Get it right.
That's what I say. These are just hand me downs. You know, so people understand like, oh, okay, you guys are just like we're making do with the resources that we currently have. We're not trying to like be overly extra within the first 2 weeks of doing this thing. It's work with the resources we have, and then if it works out later on, maybe we can do more. Maybe the devs might want to help us, you know, and it'll be even better to get a logo for free. Fuck it, we'll take it. Or get a reskin. They might even have in like the 5M store some like ability to download like a news skin besides Weasel News, and then we
Well,
can just use that.
he actually just sent me the template for the bravado when we do need it. But then again, I'm also thinking I want an S class dog.
Something a little faster. We just need someone who can drive without
Hey, if
getting in the
y'all
way of the
hurry, you
cops.
could get on the raffle. There's a raffle on top of the ammunition right now.
Oh
Starts
yeah, I
in like
forgot
5
they were
minutes.
doing that. The fucking PDM auction today.
Yeah, bro. You can get 2 S classes for 40K.
God damn.
Not
Well,
bad.
unfortunately, I won't be able to get on for the next like 2-3 hours.
Damn.
Takes.
Not even for 5 minutes?
Well, maybe I gotta take down this entertainment center that the woman wants to get rid of for some reason.
Okay.
And then eat.
Here's the
So
thing,
maybe.
bro. Just end the stream and be like, all right, baby, I'm still in the stream. We're about to end in 10 minutes. Hop on, get this fucking raffle done, and go. I love.
See ya.
Time management, dog.
Yeah. But either way, RP is always a fun time. We'd love more people to join us if anybody's interested. More people, the better. It's fun, man. It really is. It
Yeah.
gets you away from the ragey FPSs that we have nowadays and stuff like that. Although I am playing a
Oh
lot
yes,
more
we do.
Halo.
And you are raging.
No, not the fuck.
Bro, he came into my chat the other night and I was like, "How's Halo now?" And he immediately started raging about something that was going on in Halo. I know he'd be raging. I know
Okay,
it.
your guys' relative fucking description of raging is ridiculous. All right,
True, true,
Okay,
I don't
true.
want
okay.
to
Let's
hear
That
it.
is true. That is true. That's fair.
someone get the
That's
stage
fair.
hook.
Bro,
Let's get the
there's
fuck
so
off
many
here.
Justin
people up here
Justin
right
can
now.
for sure rage. Like it is, when he rages, you know it.
Comparatively, I've been a lot more calm. Let's put it that way.
We got social
Comparative.
links.
Social links. Let's go. Boom. Juice.
Boom. Oh, sorry. Well, there's
Kyle.
mine. That's me. Thumbs up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ryan, you got any social links, bro?
You don't want my social links in there, G.
That's me.
Everybody
He
wants
said
to
you
see
know my
that
social links in
OnlyFans.
there. The OnlyFans.
Toe pics.
Senor the helicopter.
They call me Senor Dingalang.
Thing and hang.
Make that thing
Um,
hang.
y'all pretty much know where I'm at. Slash JDogging everywhere. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, etc., etc. The most important one of the day is the Discord link. join up on that Crack Media Discord. We are always posting updates in that. And that's where we chill to have a good time. If you want to come hang with the boys at any
Hey.
Hell
time.
yeah.
But
Hell to the yeah.
Fuck yeah.
episode 17 in the bag. Let's go. It's almost been a year, guys.
You said 17. It says 19 in the title.
19.
Yeah, it's 19.
Did
bro.
I say
Oh,
17?
He said
We're-
17, yeah.
We're on
I know we
19.
lost one, but that's two gone.
That's two gone. Episode 19 coming up on 24. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Hell yeah. Slowly but surely. All right.
To look into been meaning to look into Apple and Amazon podcasts, make sure those audios are getting posted, and we'll post that link for everybody. I know we got Spotify and Google going periodically, so it looks like they've been updating that, and we have been actually getting some people listening to that, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Of course, as always, this episode will be on YouTube momentarily, and we are working on getting our previous episodes of SideQuest out for you guys. Getting a little bit of editing done here and there, a little cute shit. What? Until next time, love y'all. Episode 19.
Bye.
Right on. Peace out.
Roll Tide.
Bye.